Casey, this is such an interesting role for you. Was there something about Forrester or even this series that drew you to be a part of the show?
Well, with regards to Forrester, yeah, I mean, I really wanted to play a lawyer. I'll be honest. It's something that my agent, who's just like family to me, him and I discussed in the past. And so we checked that box. But also, I mean, it is Law and Order. And I was told immediately it's Law and Order. Law and Order is huge. You got to do it, right? And not that I was even thinking about not doing it. It was just the pressure immediately came of it's Law and Order, and it's a huge franchise, and for a lot of people, it's. I know one person in particular that no other program in the world exists to them but Law and Order, and they could tell you about every episode, every character. It's actually pretty phenomenal just to hear how well versed people are with this whole franchise.
How was Forrester then originally described to you? Certainly, we know he's an attorney for the state.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a deputy crown attorney, and he's sort of a legal sounding board for Bateman and Graff, just making sure that they have all their, all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and so that they can have, they can get to the proper conclusion.
Did they give you much of a backstory for him about what made him an attorney or how he became, a crown attorney for the province and such?
Yeah. So what happened there is that's just something that Tassie and I sit down and discussed, and she gave me her thoughts, I gave her my thoughts, and then we came to a conclusion. And so then, what you're sort of as an actor, what you're really using that material for is just to sort of round off your character, and then I'm assuming on not wanting to speak for Tassie, but on sort of the writing side, um, that will sort of fuel her, you know, what she puts down for Forrester now and in the future.
You have some incredible co-stars. Were you
Mhm.
familiar with any of them?
I am. I am. I'm laughing because uh, Aiden is making sure that I know he's there. So he's like this in the background. It's great. Like as you said, incredible co-stars, and so yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah, I am. Um, we have Araya, which I'm familiar with. Araya, I am familiar with Kathleen. I'm familiar with Aiden, but I'm really familiar with Araya and Kathleen. I've worked with Araya in the past. He's phenomenal, and he's a like a core part of this team as well.
Don't worry, he won't hear any of that. Every episode is certainly must watch. Is there a favorite one of yours that you've worked on? One you can tease, not just necessarily the premise, but maybe even a number that you'd really like people to be sure they tune in to see.
Yeah, I think I know hoping I get the number right, but I think it is number 4. It's directed by Sud Sutherland. So maybe I can get someone in the background to tell me what number Sud Sutherland directed. 5. I believe it was 5. It just came to me. So that one, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one because I was present actually every day on that one, and it was so good, so good.
Seth is a phenomenal actor himself. Is that something you enjoyed about his directorial aspects when he was working with you?
Yeah, Suds understands how to work with actors. He's so good at it. I've worked with him a number of times, and I, 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 I can't say enough about him. He knows what he's doing. He knows how. It's one thing to be able to direct and make sure that those things are taken care of, but to know how to work with an actor is a special, special thing.
Every single Law and Order is always a must-watch TV show. But what do you think it is about Law and Order Toronto Criminal Intent that's just going to make it a sit there and stay the whole entire hour because you'll never know until the end what's going to happen.
I think we're bringing the same type of gripping stories as the originals did, and the spin-offs, and but now we're giving it the aesthetics are a bit different, right? So I think that will be appealing to a lot of people.
You'll be celebrating the premiere here shortly. Are you going to be doing anything in particular to exciting to set off your big debut?
Well, I know they're probably going to try to pull me to a party or something to watch it, and I'm probably just going to be watching it at home with my wife, and while our son sleeps, and that's probably how I'll do it. Yeah.
You've done some incredible work
Thank
on our show, show after show. What would you like to say to people who are fans and supporters of the incredible work you continually do on our screens?
Um, you know what? I do it. It might sound cheesy or cliche, but I do it for them. I do it to entertain. That's what I remember as a kid, sitting down and watching a lot of television with my grandma and being entertained by those that we were watching, and that's all I look forward to doing with the craft and the gift that I was given is just to entertain, and whether it's having people laugh, cry, smile, be angry, as long as they feel entertained, I'm happy.